Good morning, crafters, and a warm welcome to Hunky Dory TV. It's Tuesday morning. My name's Dan. I'll be your host for this hour of crafting wonder. Producing our show today is the lovely Lisa. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
Good morning. And at the demonstration station, it's a rather smug, if I say so myself, Natalie Eagleton.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Natalie. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
You've been very, very busy. Was it Sunday you were at Hobby Maker?
I was, no.
No, what day was it you were at Hobby Maker? Thursday.
It was Thursday, yeah.
On what was some of the busiest shows we've ever had.
It was so busy. It's been busy for the last couple of weeks, but yeah, it was it was a great day.
It was a great day. It was a great day.
It was a good day.
Busy because it was Natalie's launch of Natalie's products.
I would say the teams.
With the teams?
It's a joint effort. There's a bit of me in here. There's a bit of Kat in here. You know, we all sort of came together and...
You came together,
yeah.
But the original was Natalie's. That's
the
what I
original
saw.
design was what I came into your office, a piece of Sharpied acetate.
It's a bit of Sharpied acetate.
Yeah, that's what it
okay,
was.
I've got a confession to make and I need to get it done straight away at the top of the show, or else Natalie's going to give me grief all the way through. Natalie came to see me with the product. She said, Dan, this is genius. It's a great idea. It's going to look fantastic. And I said, don't get it. Don't understand it. Don't know what you're on about, Natalie.
Yeah.
And she said, Daniel, you're wrong. And I went, I don't know if I am, you know. And it became a thing where Natalie said, this is brilliant.
It was like a 2-month debacle.
It was. I don't understand
and the designers were like, what are we doing? Jenna designed stuff. They looked awesome. She was like, what are we doing? Like, are we doing this show or not? And I feel like I just emailed like, it's a great show. And then all of a sudden it happened. Dad didn't even reply.
And it's been absolutely brilliant.
It has been really good.
We've got some brand new acetate products for you today that are different to anything we've ever done, really.
They are.
Have been so ridiculously popular. And it just goes to show, doesn't it? Natalie is the crafty one. And don't listen to Daniel, listen to Natalie, because they're super popular. And I get it now because I've seen the samples, I've seen the cards, the models, and they look absolutely fantastic.
I think the hardest thing to try and because there's nothing out there on the market like this. Like, you cannot find anything like this on the market. No. So it's really difficult to try and envisage something that doesn't exist.
Yes, that's brand new.
Like, it's really hard, and you don't know how it's going to look, how it's going to feel, how it's going to be perceived. So it's kind of like one of those things where you just have to jump off the edge of the cliff.
Well, shall I tell you, Natalie, how it looks, how it feels, and how it's been perceived?
Yeah, let's go.
Rather well, Natalie. Rather well. She's a good egg. Okay, everybody. We need to get on with the show, don't we? Now we've had my apology and confession. We need to do our Win It Weekly. Let's go. Question. Have we got the wrong question loaded? Okay, I'll show you what we're winning. So there are going to be, I don't know how many winners, because it hasn't said. But I reckon, is it 3 winners? Okay, this is like 40 quid worth of stuff, I think.
Yeah.
This is all of our pearlescent.
Oh, it's a riddle. I can read at least.
Was it a riddle?
Yeah.
Have you got it? Okay,
got
this
it.
is all of our pearlescent powders.
All so
4
good.
sets. So there's 12 different pearlescent powders, and just look at the colours. Ooh, a cornucopia of colour.
It's so good.
Absolutely gorgeous. Add mica, add a lovely pearlescent finish. Can be used in so many mixed media projects. Use it with your card making. These are incredible. You can spritz them. You can do so much with them. They're really, really special. You just need some hairspray. The cheaper, the better.
Yeah.
For fixative at the end, or else it keeps coming off in your hands because it's that sexy. I don't know if sexy is the right word. I don't know if I'm allowed to use that.
I wasn't allowed to use that word just last week.
You were or weren't?
I wasn't.
You weren't?
No.
No.
I wanted to use that word to describe this Miri.
I think that's fair enough.
But I wasn't. They told me I wasn't allowed.
No,
You're
use
the
it as
boss,
much
so
as you
it's
want.
fine.
Sexy, that's very good. As long as you don't use the word time after it, everyone's okay. Right, we need the answer to this question. I come in pieces, but I'm not broken. My form a mystery, a riddle unspoken. Fit me together, and you will find a picture or pattern complete in your mind. What am I, Natalie?
I think it could be that.
It's gotta be,
if that's what the answer is, this is a very easy one, Lisa. You've been kind to people. You've been very kind to people.
I'm not broken. Pieces, but I'm not broken. My form a mystery, a riddle unspoken. Fit me together, and you will find a picture or pattern complete in your mind.
It could be a little tricky, couldn't it?
Something you get from IKEA.
Oh, I love IKEA furniture.
You like IKEA furniture?
Yeah. Specifically the meatballs, but you don't put them together, you just eat them.
Eat balls, the meatballs.
So good.
Pop your answer into the comments, either on Facebook, YouTube, the Hunky Dory Hub. You know the drill by now. And 3 lucky viewers will get their hands on those fantastic pearlescent powders. We'll send them out on Friday. Friday is when we will give the answer to the question, whether it be mosaic, jigsaw, IKEA meat, and Natalie's meatballs.
Anything.
Who knows? Right, shall we take a look? Have we got a VT? Do you want to run a VT? Look brilliant. They look really classy, but they look contemporary at the same time. They look the media of Acetate, I think, is so good.
Yeah, and I think the design team have done such a good job of showcasing like how this works across so many different like styles of products as well, like not just papercraft, but you can use it with like stamps, you can use it with dies, we can use it with embossing folders. Like it's a product that works with everything, and I think that's why it's so good, because it's got such a big scope.
Absolutely, the variety of versatility in this, and the amount of cards that we've got, I can't explain. There are so many. We always say, don't we, that the more cards you get, the better the product, because it means that people were just like, their mojo was flowing and they were really
I think the team did such a good job of this.
Let's take a look. So these are your, can we get a little bit, zoom out there a little bit for us, please? Okay, so this is our Acetate card wraps and sentiments. So you get a mix of these fantastic different sentiments that you can trim away from these sheets. They're A4 sheets. First off, it's 220 micron acetate. So it's the 220 micron, it's your heavyweight acetate that you know and love from us. Okay, your heavyweight stuff, which means it's your construction weight. Okay, so it's going to hold a score perfectly. Absolutely perfectly, and stay exactly where you want to put it. Okay. And then what the team have done, Jen, I think, was heavily involved. Jen designed these. Is create these fantastic strips.
She's done a mixture of different sizes, so they can work with different styles of cards then. So you've got sort of like thin sort of 1-inch strips, then you've got sort of like 1.5, you've got some that are like 2.5, you've got some that are 2 inches. So there's a really nice mix. There's nice patterns as well. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to make sure that on most of them, the text was sort of within the 4-inch mark, and that meant that you could use these on cards that were thin cards like DLs or 6x4s, A6 sizes, all the way up until your 8x8s, because the size widthwise of your A4 is 8 1/4. So you've got that little edge on the side. So if you do want to go as far as 8x8, it will work on an 8x8 card. But it also allows you to be able to like create like nice bows on the cards as well. So if you want that added dimension in that way, you can do. But they just wrap around your cards beautifully. You can use them in a lot of different ways though, because of course these also can work as like acetate front cards, where you kind of like have that clear panel in the middle of 2 pieces of cardstock.
Okay, all right. Well, that's not, so that's
or
a
you
dome
can have it like
version.
like a bowed dome like this.
Congratulations on your wedding day. So I'm just going to show you a few
cool.
examples. So that's one of those fantastic sentiment strips, if you will, but used as a well done card there, and just sort of sandwiched in between those, in between a square, really.
Yeah, because you've got the space to be able to sort of add your acetate and hide the workings. Because that was one thing that was your biggest pet peeve with this product, wasn't it? How are you going to stick this down?
Yes, how are you going to stick this down? But the way you stick this down, and you can see in all these, because of that fantastic, it's that heavyweight acetate. You can score it. It holds and burnishes that. So you burnish that score, and it holds it so well that you can wrap them round, which is why they're called acetate wraps.
I love
but
that.
In use, aren't they absolutely brilliant? I mean, they're so simple, but really attractive. I've shown you that one. Okay, so what do you get? You get 16 A4 sheets. That gives you 120 sentiment strips.
It's mad, isn't it?
In total. It's loads. You just trim them with your trimmer.
or
Dead easy.
Super simple.
You get them in gold and you get them in silver. So there are 4 different designs, and you're going to get 2 in gold and you're going to get 2 in silver.
We can also colour in some of these designs as well, because of course it's acetate, so you can use your alcohol markers to colour in some of those flower details or the fun confetti that you've got on here. But there's really nice, each set has kind of got like a theme to it. So you've got like your thank yous, your get well soon's, thinking of you, you've got your happy birthday, and then you've got like your celebrations. So you've got like best wishes, new home. So there's such a, within that 120 wraps you've kind of got all the different occasions covered.
Of course, yeah. So well, whether it's birthdays, whether it's well done, whether it's get well wishes, home sweet home, hello you, congratulations. For someone who's leaving, your next adventure starts here. If someone's leaving work, or someone's starting something new, best wishes, of course, good luck, happy retirement. I mean, there's so much in here. Let me show you the close-up of, I think this was the first one that I showed. Happy birthday to you, you've got the presents there. As Nat said, you can get your permanent markers, your alcohol markers, and you can colour those in from the background, from behind, and you can add whatever colour you want to these. Birthday wishes, happy birthday, many happy returns, hip hip hooray, let's celebrate your day. Look at the candles.
And I love the candles.
Aren't they brilliant?
It
Make
also
a wish.
looks really good if you're wanting to put something quite patterned behind these, to add a little touch of acetate, parchment, sorry, behind the acetate wraps.
Which is what had happened.
I feel it's that one.
I feel on this one.
You can actually then just like read the words a lot better. So it's kind of, your pattern's still there, but it's just giving it that glossy feel so that your words stand out a lot more.
These are brilliant. Okay, so that is your what we started off as our first and main product, launch product, if you will. And as you say, 16 sheets there. So there's 120 wraps there. The price is on screen, $11.99.
So
$10.79 if you're a diamond member, which is brilliant. Remember, if you are in the club, we've been doing some VTs. You're doing yours later, aren't you, for the club? You automatically get 5% off just by logging in on the website. So create an account or join our newsletter, if you will, and you'll get 5% off all your orders. So you get 5% off that product. You're paying $11.39 instead of $11.99. It's absolutely brilliant. That's the first product. But there are 3 new acetate products today. And the second one, so this reminds me of Trim Me's.
So this was kind of like Kat's idea, because she thought that you'd have the space around it.
Yes.
You could then trim it down and have it like any direction you wanted it to be. But you could also use it with your dies.
Of course.
So you could create frames from your dies, place this in with the sentiment, so you could use any shape you had.
So that's any shape you want, because it's got the acetate around it. Okay, so let's take a look at these.
More space. So
20 sheets in this.
It's so good.
Which is brilliant. And you get them again, you're getting 10 of them in gold, 10 of them in silver, and you get multiple different designs as well. And I'm not showing you, same as I did before, I'm showing you sort of one of each, and you do get multiples of each.
But again, it's heavyweight acetate, so you're going to be able to use it on those cards where you need a little bit more strength. I love these as shaker fronts.
I mean, that's brilliant. So
this is my favourite thing for shaker fronts.
Birthday wishes just for you. Great sentiment. Today is a good day for champagne. Congratulations.
It could be graduation, anniversaries, weddings you're using that one for.
We've got good luck. Your new journey is only just beginning.
I do like that one.
Which is fabulous. And again, that's for anything. That's not just for people who are leaving work. It's for anyone who's starting something new, or a card for just because someone has made any kind of change in their life. Excuse me. Sending you well wishes, which is lovely. We get that in both gold and we get that in silver as well. But then you also get with heartfelt thanks. Now these are brilliant when you see them having been used. So that is the full frontage of a card. You've got your sentiment on top of that little book picture.
It looks really good, doesn't it?
Really good. When Natalie said using it with parchment, oh my gosh,
isn't it
and
incredible?
Shakers.
I love this.
Wow.
When she posted this on the design team page, we were all sort of like, that looks incredible.
This is Jessica. Jessica, thank you so much. It's a shaker card, so it's got all those shaker elements in it.
But
with parchment and the acetate, it's brilliant.
Feel.
As you say, Nat, shakers, there's lots of shakers going on with these.
They're so good. And because this one as well is like a full acetate front, so it's like got a full window, so the whole thing is like acetate on the front of that one. But
I love this.
This is really clever.
Love this. Whose is it? Do you know? It's not got a name on the back.
It's not got a name on it. Could be Kat's.
Could be Kat's. Okay, so here you go. Using a cutting die to create this aperture in here, you fill that with your acetate, and then you've also got the you're creating with your. I guess it's a nesting die.
Yeah.
You're creating that frame around the outside. Creates a sort of terrarium effect. You've got the blooms on the front in the parchment. What a lovely card!
It's really nice, isn't it?
You can see that on the white. Obviously, you can see these sentiments so well. Like Nat says, if you want to see them even better, you pop some parchment or something like that behind it, or even a colour works well. Another example of using it in an aperture with heartfelt thanks there. Some embossed background there. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's so
clean,
pretty.
really pretty. $11.99, you get 20 of these fabulous sort of trim me style acetate sheets, 8x8 in size, which just means, like Nat says, you can go. You're making any size cards from that. Love that. And then I don't know which is my favourite product. Okay, because I think probably the sentiments, there's 120
there's lots
that you get on those those strips. But this is brilliant because I saw this card and I thought it was just gorgeous. Look at that, and this is where acetate's really fabulous. Using it with a kind of detailed die there, you've got the love and hugs, but using those hearts, with the hearts inside as a shaker. I mean, that card's got everything, hasn't it?
It really does.
Brilliant? Claire, thank you very much for making that. Might pinch it, write my name in it, Valentine's. Sorted. Isn't it good? Isn't it fabulous? So that is from our, here we go, our new acetate essential selection of luxury foil designs. So you get the stars, again, individually colour those in should you choose to, create strips of them and so on and so forth. You're getting gold and you're getting silver here in each of these. Nat, that's a really fun design.
It's really cute, isn't it? I love the little wriggles on them. I like the fact that we've got a great mix of themes here.
Really
There's
big
not
mix.
one sort of design that you wouldn't necessarily use versus another. It's a really nice selection of designs.
Gorgeous. Again, all of those individual flowers, you can be colouring them in. And that would look fantastic, colouring those flowers in different colours.
Different colours.
But with a select palette, that's really going to work nicely.
As well, you could do that with.
There you go, same idea. Again, gold and silver. We're into the heart one that you saw on the card that Claire made. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Really, really nice. Again, one of each. A fabulous sort of tiled background there. Isn't that brilliant? Try and bring that really close.
I like that one.
It
works on both like feminine but masculine cards as well.
Doesn't it just?
It's a really nice mix.
Very, very nice. We get this up close. The little triangles, shards. Lots and lots of shards, very funky. Again, gold and silver, as you know, and then a fantastic, bring it up close, like Argyle, if you will, isn't it, really? It's these diagonal strips or stripes. And again, Nat, colour those in different colours. That's going to look amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a patchwork mosaic would be fantastic. $11.99, some more cards made with these. So using that as the whole of your front of your card, which is brilliant. Again, inside apertures, really, really works.
I love that
Very
one
fancy.
with that little book page. It's so clever.
And here we've got the man, the myth, the legend. So that's a pocket pad, from a pocket pad. But doesn't that add something really nice with the acetate?
It's so clever.
And that's it is a male orientated card, but that doesn't have to be male orientated. That acetate could be either. Brilliant. Again, $11.99, 16 sheets. It's your 220 micron. It's the really high quality stuff. Okay, are we good to go to Natalie for a demo?
Absolutely.
We're going to get 3 demos, everybody.
I'm just trying to work out what to use because I really want to showcase how well it works with like everything that you'll have in your stash. So I think what I'm going to do is use it with a die first of all. Now I want a pattern paper where you're going to be able to see a lot of this detail because I'm going to use this happy birthday panel that's got all of the detail on. So let's go with something a little bit more lighter. So I'm going to use this. I'll go in with, let's do the pink. Should we do the pink? Should we do it quite fun? Well, let's do a mix. Let's do blue and then pink. So I'm going to take these two colours together And this is actually from a paper pad. Now, I am going to do some die cutting on this. And you can die cut through paper, but sometimes it's best to back it onto cardstock because you're going to get a better finish when it cuts through it all.
Okay.
So I'm just going to take some of my tape runner and I'm just going to run it across the edge of my card, and then I'm going to back this onto a piece of cardstock. Now this can be any cardstock. We're just going to use.
Now we're going to take a look at this,
A5.
at these fantastic essential paper pads after the first demo, aren't we, Nat?
Yes.
They've been so popular, these paper pads, and there will be more. I can confirm there will be more selections and collections as we go forward with these essential paper pads because they're so popular.
They're really
versatile.
handy. And I like the fact that they're matte-tastic. It's the first time we've ever done that. It's bringing you like a matte-tastic pad.
There's just so much you can do with it.
So much. So let me tape it down because this is actually a cut-in panel first of all. So I'm just going to add my little edges. Just tape that down onto there, and then I want my magnetic sheet, and we can go through with the die cut machine.
Oh, that's had some work, seen some work, that magnetic sheet.
No, it's done well though. I think we've gone for nearly 6 months with this one plate, whereas before it wasn't lasting that long. I did notice the other day in the craft room that we've actually got really nice plates in there, so I might do a bit of switcheroo.
You might borrow them.
I might switcheroo.
Lisa, have we lost the sound feed hooking up with the video feed? Because when I'm on my screen, when my viewer, when I see Natalie, she's I hear her before I see her talk.
Well, that's because there's a slight delay.
There's a slight delay. Oh, is it always like that?
Yeah, it's like a minor delay.
A minor delay.
What's happening here and what is broken.
So I'm.
Oh, Nat, you are going to need your
poker tool.
Your poker tool or your what's it called? Your 3-in-1 die brush.
Before I get there though, I'm just going to trim this out because I don't know why, it just seems better to trim it first and then poke all the bits out. So let's just grab this. We're going to do a 5x7, so I'm just bringing this around. I want it to kind of be straight on my edges, so I'm going to go to 4 1/4, and I'll do 6 1/4 as well. So just lining those two patterns up, and then we can pop this all out with our die brush.
Oh, you need that fabulous things that John made. You know the
I do, don't I? The mess
that you made for Deborah that holds all your mess. It's really good. Have I shown it, everyone? I think
Did we get Stacey to find something like that?
I've got her on it.
Oh no. Oh, those bits haven't been stuck down. I'm pulling my my backing off now. It's okay. It's because we've not stuck it down properly.
Oh, because it wasn't.
Should have used like a full glue really to stick the whole sheet down. Because we've just popped it onto the thing. So most of the words have come out fine, but you just got to be a little bit careful when you're doing that. So let's go in with our poker tool now, so I can focus
on the bits you need to.
Bits that I need to pop out, and they'll come my way really easily. And I love this background panel because it's so fun, and because it's got all the sort of words on, then adding your wrap over it with like your birthday sentiment is really going to finish this off. So just going around.
Yeah, that looks brilliant.
All of here.
It's fantastic, isn't it? When you see the you pop things out and you sort of see the words appear as you go along. It's great,
crazy,
isn't it?
But it is
that's cut brilliantly, isn't it?
It's cut so well, and I've just popped that onto some Ink Me cardstock. So, and, you know, paper can be. It's mad because you'd think the thinner the cardstock, the better the cut.
Easier it would be.
But it's really not. Sometimes you need that weight to be able to get that clean finish. So, it just takes you a little bit of time with popping these bits out, but that's not an issue.
Lily says that die brush is excellent. I might have to get one as I struggle to poke bits out of her fine die cuts.
Oh, it's so good.
It's brilliant. It's got the brush at one end that will do that. There you go. That will press in and do large sections. But then when you want to get into
the other bits of
individual little sections, it's also got a poker tool at one end, and then it's got like a a lifter. What's the right word?
a spatula almost.
Spatula, if you will, but it's like a
super
mini.
Tiny.
But
I use it for my gems.
Yeah, for gems, for popping gems on. But it's
Yeah.
also great for lifting something that you stuck down that just
Oh
needs to
yeah,
be,
like the edgings or something.
that you can get into, you know.
Let me
Really
just
useful.
Grab this now.
Inexpensive as well, not silly money for the 3-in-1 dye brush. It's great.
I'm nearly finished. Bear with me. It takes time. Let's just pull this one out. And then that one.
Debbie says she uses a clothes lint roller to pick up all the wee tiny bits.
That's a good idea.
We might have somewhere to put your wee tiny bits soon, Natalie.
Well.
Not allowed to say anything. What? Getting told off from Lisa, didn't even say anything.
Right. You shouldn't say things when they've not been ordered. I think we need rules here.
You get people's hopes up and then they have to wait.
Like a
Months.
year. A year, Lisa.
Lisa.
It's not a month, it's a year.
Patience is a virtue.
Well, we don't have patience.
We don't.
My
We're
mum used to say to me when I was, what
Crafters.
time's tea? What time? Daniel, patience is a virtue.
Crafters, here we go, I'll finish now. Crafters don't have patience. Crafters are the one person in the world that needs things now. We need it now because we need to be making with it now. We don't have the time to be waiting.
We need it yesterday.
Yes, we do. It's a problem. So I'm going in with my gorgeous satin mirror, my new favourite thing in the whole wide world. And we are going to trim this down so it's a quarter shorter than 5x7. And then I need to pick my wrap. So of course I'm going to do birthdays because this one has got sort of like congratulations, time to celebrate. I could also do a little note to say well done actually, but there is. Does it say happy birthday on it? No, it just says congratulations, so let's do that one. A note to celebrate. A little note to say well done. So I'm just going to take my wraps, pop them in, and I've gone in with silver, although actually gold would be best with that because we've got the orange background. And I've got so many choices, so let me find
So
that one in
16
gold.
sheets here, but as it says on screen there, 120 individual strips,
I think
wraps,
I'm gonna
whatever
get
it
a
is
bit
you want
more
to call them, because they're so versatile. It's whatever you want to do with them.
fancy.
120 individual sentiment strips or wraps. I mean, that's just brilliant. There are loads of variety in there, as we showed you earlier. So you've got all sort of occasions covered, which is fantastic.
So
For just £11.99, it's brilliant.
I'm
So
gonna
it's
pop
it's
this in
it's
the
10p. It's 10p you want,
10p for one.
which is
It's mad,
brilliant,
isn't it?
For acetate, and it's foiled,
Acetate, foiled
and it's
acetate
220 micron acetate.
that we're going to add onto our cards.
Wow.
You're only paying that money. So I'm going to take my piece here, and where is my? Here we go. I'm going to go in with my tape runner, and I'm just doing around the outside edge of this. If you were going all the way around, I would suggest using your purple tape, but obviously we're just wanting to adhere this onto this fantastic pattern here.
Yeah, if you were doing all over now, then you're if you just use your dotty
one,
tape runner,
yeah.
then it would have worked across the board,
I
wouldn't
know
it?
what I wanted to do. Let me take this off. I'm changing my mind. Foam pads. I want it to lift off.
Oh, you want it to lift?
Yeah. I'm in such a funny mood today. I can't decide on things.
Indecisive day.
I'm very indecisive, and that is coming through in my cards. I know what I want to do in my next demo, so don't worry about that one. But for now, I'm just very... I wasn't even going to do
now
this.
I've not
I
seen
changed my
that
mind when I
before.
saw this before.
What I would do, and I'd be wrong, because clearly you can do it, is I would have sort of trimmed them to size. Nat has just bent them around the corner.
Yeah.
Those foam pad
They're
strips
super flexible.
there, which I didn't kind of realise that you could do that. That's brilliant.
So that...
Oh, that's I mean, that's just fabulous. That's easier, less wastage of bits that you've trimmed off and so on.
So that is going to fit on there.
Fabulous.
I'm going to put my wrap on here first,
Right,
though.
this is going to drive me mad. Can I just do something?
What are you going to do?
Can I just press that?
I
just want to press
it's got no
that
glue
down.
on it, though.
Oh, has it got no glue on it? Unless,
that's why it's
unless we lift
happening.
it. And,
Do you know what we can do? Where's my dusty tape runner?
of course,
it's been annoying me as well.
Don't get involved, Daniel.
No, it has been annoying me. Oh, it's got the thing on it.
Because I'm going to ruin this. I bet it's my fault if something goes wrong.
It's not. There we go. It was annoying me as well. I was trying to work my way around it though without having to do that. So now just a little note to say well done is going to sit on here. So I'm just going to bend this around my card like so. And I'm going to do it with a bit of a bow on it. So you can then just like move that around flexibly and then just crease those edges in, and that will give you that nice sort of bowed front there that you can see. I'm just going to trim this down.
So you can crease with your hands. You don't have to use a score tool. It's up to you, because that acetate will hold it.
It fits perfectly on there, and then this is going to fit onto here. But before we add that on, I want to stick this in place. So to know where I can add my tape again, I'm going to stick this onto here, and then what I'm going to do is lift this up and then use my tape runner on top of where my foam pads are. You can also use your red liner tape. We have lots of questions about what's the best thing to stick your acetate to things, whether that's the wraps, the sentiment strips, or the other bits and pieces. And we would always, always, always say either your tape runner or your tape. It depends what you're doing, but to be able to get that sort of great finish, you need to be using something that it's going to stick to. So now we need a card blank, and I'm going to go with a 5x7, and I want some gold mirror as well. Oh, they're all organised. I can't find the one that I want. Has all the 5x7s gone, Lisa?
They're so well organised, you can't find the one you want.
The one I want. We've got loads. Let's see if we've got it in here. I want the gold one if we've got it. Well, we could go with the blue, because the blue's going to work quite nicely. Mix and match all the different mirrors today. Oh, that works. It really stands off there then with the orange.
Lisa,
So
have we got
let's
some
go in.
deals on Duo Design paper pads? Oh, because I've got some Duo Design paper pads here.
So let's do this.
I must be looking at them later.
And then
I will be patient.
Are done.
It's a virtue, darling.
That took a long time. This is my indecisiveness today coming through. But then, there you go. You've got your wrap on the front, so it says well done. You can see that. The
camera doesn't do it justice. You
Will
can
it
see
do
it in real
will it
life.
do it better on yours?
I've got an absolute.
Yeah, there's so many cards, honestly.
I've got.
And there's so many ways that you can
I've got
use
a
them.
ton more cards like that. Thank you very much.
Show
Nat.
them.
Let's show you some more of these.
But look how
wraps
simple
being
that
used.
is.
I mean, so this is part of our brand new Essential Selection paper pads. Yeah, so that's where this background comes from. I mean, it's a heck of a background.
I know.
It's really quite super. It's been layered onto a bit of mirror, and then you've got the pop of the white card around the outside. You put this wrap, you sandwich it behind the mirror so that your adhesive is hidden.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of parchment there as well being used with this, because it gives it that that sort of different misty look, if you will.
Doesn't it? It almost like lightens that pattern so you can really read the sentiment.
We've got the same sort of idea here using our fabulous new paper pads, but again, this is just with the white. So this is translucent, you can see through. Obviously, you read the message beautifully because it's against the white, which is fantastic.
But that's a really good way of using the wraps as well, because they can sort of wedge in between your cardstock, so you can use them as like half fronts of your card.
Again, I mean, this obviously is a really, really popular pad. It's the Rainbow
so
A5
fun.
paper pad. We'll take a look at it in a second.
I love that one.
Isn't that
really,
brilliant?
I really love it.
Isn't that brilliant? Obviously with a shaker in there, which is fantastic. Birthday wishes just for you. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Birthday wishes just for you. So it's the same sentiment, but on a background of colour versus the white, and you see the sort of difference that you get there. Now you get a lot more. We've got a lot more light here than you would have at home, because obviously we're in the studio, so there's a ton of light. So you don't get as much reflection as you would here. So you can see things read better at home, and you can see them better. Make a wish with all the candles. There you go. So that's kind of how you'll see them at home, but with the ability to be able to see the foil as well, which is gorgeous. Birthday wishes just for you. Now, simple with the aperture.
Yeah.
But I love the depth that they've got on that one as well. This is Lynn's made that. Thank you so much, Lynn. Loads of depth, but you've got this gorgeous Essential check paper pad on top. Really pretty. Some of the sepia sentiments in the corners there. Kind of. She's followed the crosshatch with the gemstones here, which really works nicely. Again, I mean, this is so popular, the birthday wish is just for you. Right, let's take a look. So that's just some more of the acetate wraps used with the essential paper pads. Good luck, your new journey is only just beginning. There we go, there's another one with all the different colours there of the rainbow. Beautiful. Okay, so what we're looking at next, we're looking at our essential selection. We've got 4 of these pads available, A5 pads. You can get a bundle, so you can buy them separately. Have we got the details for buying these separately? No, they are. I think they're £7.99 each.
They are.
Yay! Okay, so they are £7.99 each. But as a great bundle, you can get any 2, and it's up to you. At the moment, there are only 4 available. There will be more available in the future, but you can choose any 2 of these for a tenner, which brings them down to a £5 each, which is brilliant. But then there's the multi-buy of all 4 of these, where you get all 4 for £18, which brings them down to £4.50 each. So they start off at £7.99 each. You can get these at £4.50 each for that bundle, or a £5 if you just want any 2 of them. It can be 2 of the same, it can be any 2 different ones, it's completely up to you. So you've got the essential section craft, you've got rainbow, you've got watercolour, and we've also got the check paper pad, right? So we'll start with the craft. A5 in size. GSM, have we got it on here? 120 GSM papers. But look at the sort of textured effect. Because this is matte, you get that fantastic texture to your paper, which so also works really, really well with the fact that the patterns look textured as well. So you get basically what you'd expect as sort of standard craft, but then you get the different depths and densities, or you get the waffle there. You get darker craft, lighter craft style. I mean, that's fantastic. I love that. There's so many different options in here. That's beautiful, isn't it? So you got your, I mean, it's essentially, writing paper, really, which is lovely.
And you could use it in that way as well if you wanted to.
But this is a good weight, and there's your darker again. This is a good weight because it's 120 GSM. Really, really nice. Look at that. It's kind of crushed paper, if you will. Fabulous. That's your first one, which is your craft. Second one, watercolour. Beautiful, sort of sponged watercolours here. Let's see if the camera can cope with it. Look at the colours as I flick through. So your design is going to be similar. They are all slightly different, as you can see. But sponged effect, and you get multiple tonal colours that are going to coordinate and work beautifully with one another. 48 sheets. Look at those colours. Absolutely gorgeous. Perfect for spring card making. You've got the rainbow, which from when you look at the cards, this is the one that people seem to be picking out. You can kind of understand. You've got like rainbow marble there. Look at that. Look at that, like disco ball. Full rainbow across the board. Mosaics. You've got the, looks like space. And it was used as space in a demo. You've got the inks. You've got the tie-dye. The stripes. Or brush strokes, if you will.
I love the glitter.
Glitter. You've got the wood. Fractals, absolutely gorgeous. 48 sheets in these of A5 paper. We've been asked for A5 paper loads and loads and loads. Because you get multiple sheets of each, obviously, if you want to make an 8x8 card, you've got no problem with this because you just use a piece of mirror in between, and you can extend the size of these as large as you want. Your checks here, gorgeous, gorgeous. Lovely colour mix as well, but also a mix of patterns, so they're all a little bit different, which is brilliant. So you can get any 2 of these for a tenner, or you can grab the whole bundle, and we've kept that bundle price at £18, which was the launch price, which is great. And there will be more to add to these as we go along. That's your essential selection. What's next? What have I got? I've got a list of things that I should be following. Acetate steppers. Oh, Nat, this is another one of yours.
Yeah.
The acetate steppers. Look at this. And again, ridiculously popular. Look at how well that takes the score and fold. Look at how well. Solid as a rock. That's why we call it construction weight acetate. 220 micron. Beautiful. Look at this here, the lovely pattern that's been used.
It's been remanufactured as well, this one, hasn't it?
Yes. Oh, yeah, had to be. Yeah. Pocket pads work fantastically well.
Your wraps will work really nicely with them as well, and especially your 8x8 sheets, because you can cut into them and then sort of add them in either like an aperture form, or you can use them across your cards, sort of like bowed around the front of the card as well. But yeah, they work really, really well. And they're just another way of adding that gorgeous touch.
Of course they are. Angela, thank you so much for that card. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And really quite different, because you don't see acetate, construction acetate. You don't see it in the shop. So when people are going to receive these cards, it's something different. It's something that they haven't seen before. Which is nice, isn't it? Really, really beautiful. Lovely foiling on those as well. 16 fold and die cut stepper cards there. I'll show you how they come, just like that. You get your steppers with the beautiful foiling on. You also get envelopes. So the envelopes to fit them are in there for you, do not worry. $14.99, you get 16 of those fantastic foiled steppers. You can't really keep them in stock. Absolutely brilliant. Don't know what this is. This looks like, to me, 140
acetate.
Micron, 5 sheets of acetate. I put it in Pound Shop. Yeah?
You did.
Excellent. If you're just looking for some acetate, you want to be able to use it in so that you can use it with Sharpies, you can write onto it.
Yeah, this will also work really well for your shaker cards because it's thin. If you're using your like trim me sheets as the front of your shakers, pop this on the back because you don't need that heavy weight again. You just need that sort of like small bit. So if you're doing like a full shaker window, so you can see through the whole card, that's what this is great for.
A4 size, sorry, but 5 of them 140 micron. Save 60% on that, so it's £1 in Pound Shop. Talking about Pound Shop, it's going to finish. It's got to finish. It can't carry on at those prices for year round. It's going to finish on the 31st of January. Today's the 2nd of February. Who's extended that? Lisa!
It ends on a Sunday.
It ends on a Sunday.
It always ends on a Sunday.
Okay, fair enough. Ends on a Sunday, so you get until the 2nd for your
for your Pound Shop. Bargains.
Which is more time to get your bargains, which is fantastic. I cannot explain the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Pound Shop items that have gone out of this door during Pound Shop. It's brilliant. I love doing Pound Shop. I think it's fantastic. It makes crafting accessible.
It does.
But some of the you know, you've got things that are normally £3, £2. They're all £1, so it's brilliant. High-tech tape. Am I right in saying these are £1?
They're £1. And you'll
3mm and 6mm width, 5 meters of tape of each. You use this at home all the time. You use this all the time.
To use with your acetate as well.
So grab it for £1 instead of paying more later. Grab it for £1 now. You see that one? That is a. Because that's our real one with a nice card. You know, but that, can you see that? That's a proof. That's a proof. That's one of our original proofs with the, you know, it hasn't even been die cut or anything. That's made out of paper and you can see the lines on it. That's interesting. Goodness knows where that came from. Right. Okay, what else have we got? Demo time!
Demo time. So this time we're going to use those sheets and I'm going to use the gorgeous Miri together for this one. So keeping it a little bit more simple, but it's going to be really, really like show-stopping with the design we're doing. So I've got my star nesting dies. I've got the 2 largest ones and I'm going to cut the largest one out of my satin Miri. So I'm doing that and I'm going to do it at an angle. So let's cut this out first. It's going to be a little bit of a process because I'm going to want to get all of those sheets out. And I don't need that plate for this one. So that should cut out. Let me get my plates right. Don't want to be ruining the mats anymore. Cut that through there. And we are going to emboss this as well with an embossing folder once it's gone through. But let's just take this out because we need the correct sort of level for this one. So I'm just going to take this out of here like so. Just pop this out and then I'm going to take this piece and using my tape I'm going to take around the edges and in the middle and I'm going to place this onto a 7x7 card blank. So that is going to give me a nice 1/2 inch width all the way around, and now I can place this back on where I want this one to go. And I can easily work out now where this panel is going to sit. So we can just move this out of the way. I can put my tape back on here. So let's pop that on there, and then this one on here as well. I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. Now this is going to be best to use like a thin piece of cardstock or just some regular cardstock in with your mats as well, because what we don't want is we don't want the weight of the cardstock to damage this mirror. So adding an extra piece of cardstock in there, like an extra shim, is just going to protect that cardstock from getting all the effects from your plates. And it's really important to do that with mirror as well, because you just don't want to ruin any of the designs.
Especially, I mean, the mirror, this mirror, the satin mirror is absolutely gorgeous.
I know,
isn't
it's
it?
stunning.
It's so, so beautiful. If you haven't got your satin mirror yet, everybody, grab
Why
it. You
not?
can get it. These are limited edition colours. You can get it on a bundle with the glossy mirror, the mirror mirror, where the colours match.
Do you know what
so
we need
when
to do
you
as
use
well?
them next to each other, they're really, really good, aren't they?
We need to do like just 10 sheet packs just of this.
Of
I
single
think.
colours.
I think it's so pretty.
Oh,
And I
I
think
know people keep asking for it,
for
but
wedding invites,
do you generally know what the problem's going to be?
Adam.
No, it's
Adam's
not
not gonna
that.
wanna
It's
do
not
the
that. Do you know what
cost.
the problem is? The problem is that there will be certain colours. So we have the same amount of all of the sheets.
Oh, there's going to be certain colours that sell
There's
out the
going to be
most.
certain colours that will sell out within 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and then other colours that don't. And then later on, you're left with people who say, well, you know, more of that one you can't do it because you've none left, and they don't want the other one. Does that make sense? So it's a bit
There's just
tricky.
so many nice
I understand.
colours.
But that's why we've done this this lovely mixed pack, if that makes
So
sense. They also
this-
work so well together.
We'll fit on here, and we're going to obviously lift that up with some foam pads. But before we do, I'm going to stick my sentiment onto this star. Now, I'm not sure whether to do my sentiment off centre, so it fits in my star like that, or whether my sentiment should be straight.
I like it wonky.
Do you think wonky? I'm not sure. Wonky or straight?
I think it looks too
It looks better
off-centred.
wonky, doesn't it?
It looks too off-centred. It should be okay.
Like this way.
Yeah.
So for this, what I'm going to do is line it up with this piece, because that's the smallest edge. So it fits in really perfect. That just for you kind of like just fits between this bit here. So what I'm going to mark off now is where my cardstock kind of like lies.
Okay. Lovely message from Jackie Bradley. Thank you, Jackie. I'm in awe with all the products Hunky Dory have come up with this year already. Thank you so much. The design team, the creative team, have come up with some brilliant products this year. Really, really have. So proud of them. There's some, and there's obviously, you know, as you may tell, I kind of have an idea as what's coming up in the back, you know, in the future as well. So, I mean, usually everyone else has an idea because I tell them, but
Yeah.
there's more to come. There's some fantastic products this year. So proud of the team. They're working so hard and coming up with these lovely and being innovative.
And you know, I think
time after time, it's
I think
great.
it's great is because we are a team of crafters and we love crafting. It's finding those products that we can't find anywhere else that we're kind of being able to bring to you. That's really, really fun. So it's exciting. It's new. They're things that don't necessarily exist in other worlds, but they are working out really well for us here, and we're having a great time bringing them to you as well. So that is going to fit on there. What I need to do now is probably stick this down, and then I can just trim this acetate edge to the edge of here. So to be able to do that, I'm going to add my adhesive to the back of here. Now I am going to do this with foam pads because I want it to like lift the whole way around. So I'm going to use my strips in these little pockets, and we're really going to sort of hide our adhesive when we sort of put this together and make it look like that acetate is kind of like floating in this card. So
Any idea why everyone keeps saying wonky?
Because
Because I've done my star wonky.
Oh, because they wanted wonky. Right, of course, I've forgotten about that.
I didn't know whether I wanted
For a
my
second, I thought maybe
straight or
Hobbymaker had
wonky.
hijacked our feed again and we're asking people to tell us that we were wonky. Natalie, you're going round corners again.
I'm going round corners. That's
She's
what
good
the
at
strips
that.
are good for. So let's just take this off now. And you want to be really, really careful to make sure that you're not budging the acetate when you stick this on. Because obviously it will lift up, but you want to make sure that it's sticking straight on here. So that is going to go, make sure that you've got that where you want it to be, on there like that. I'm going to stick this down. So once I've got the bottom bit done, my top bit will fall straight into place like so. Oh, I'm over on this side. Oh no, it's fine, isn't it? Is it fine? Yeah, because I'll just move it. And then I'm going to trim this little bit of acetate off here that I can see, so that you're not going to be able to see that working.
Trial and error.
And then this now will just line up onto there. So what I can do now is go back in with another load of foam pads so that I've got height between my acetate and this mirror, and then I'll have height between my acetate and that mirror.
Okay.
So it's giving me lots of different layers.
And we don't have to worry about the adhesive that can be seen there.
Oh no,
because it
because
gets
I'm
covered
just
up.
going to hide that. Yeah, it's just from where I've lifted it a bit too soon. So it's not a problem at all. And with this as well, we don't necessarily need to add your adhesive into these middle sections around the star. That was just to make sure that it fit on here. So you can never have enough foam pads either. Just go crazy with your foam pads.
Do you know what now? I've got an absolutely cracking day today.
You do? What are you doing?
Day. Well, I had the.
Going home?
I went to the. No, not going home. I had the. It was a late start because I had the dentist first thing because changing my my braces. But first off, I get to spend an hour with you. Yeah. Which is a very good start, I'll admit.
Thanks.
Then I get to spend an hour with Alan and Jen as we're looking at, Natalie went, not as good as an hour with me, we're looking at brand new products for, I think we're signing off on some stuff for April, May.
Oh, nice.
Which is great. Some brand new launches and so on. Then I get an hour with Kelly. Where we're looking at promotions for Club Hunky Dory.
Look at this.
And some great stuff coming up. What a great day that is. The only thing I've not got today that I was hoping to get was an hour with Stacey.
She's not here though, is she?
She's not here. No, I wanted
to get her yesterday.
I know, but I couldn't get the time. I was.
She's back in on Friday though.
Doing the boring VAT calculations for HMRC. Boring.
We don't need that, do we? They're the people you don't want to speak to. So now I'm just going to go in with some teal gemstones to match this teal wonder. They're a little bit more green, but that's okay because they're really going to stand off here. And we're just going to keep this super, super simple because we went a little bit crazy with that first one. And I just wanted to show you that you don't need that many products to make really nice cards with this acetate. And then there you go. So now you've got a gorgeous acetate panel card with that sentiment. It's all nicely hidden in the background there.
It's really good, isn't it? It's just such an easy way. And this was the concern that I had originally with the products was how do you hide?
How do we hide it? How are we going to make your card?
But it's so easy, isn't it, to hide away? And the acetate, the sentiments in those in the Fantastic where you get 20 of those sort of trimmy style. Just enable you to do any sort of shape and size and apertures and so brilliant and really be as creative as you want to be. I mean, it is as simple as putting a wrap on it around a piece of acetate, around a card. That absolutely works, but you can go further than that. And as we said before, you can use your alcohol markers with these as well, which is brilliant.
Colour them in.
Okay, we've got some. It says here, I get this little thing that tells me what I should do, you see, which I don't usually read.
No.
And it says, Win It Weekly reminders. So we'll remind you about our Win It Weekly. We'll bring that up on screen. 3 lucky winners to be able to be in with a chance of winning, not just the one that I'm holding, but all 4 of these fantastic prism. I'm going to hold them all actually because I've got to show you the colours. That's the way. Look at the colours. If I go that way, sheesh kebabs. Wow, aren't they amazing? And within those colours, there's colours, you know, they're really, really, there's so much beauty and metallic gorgeousness in there. We need the answer to this question if you want to win, not one, but all 4 of those sets, so 12 of those. I come in pieces, but I'm not broken. My form a mystery, a riddle unspoken. Fit me together and you will find a picture or pattern complete in your mind. What am I? I've seen some people saying jigsaw. I don't know if it's right. I don't know.
You may have just given that away there.
No, it's just they're saying it on the feed. So
Okay.
you know, yeah. So I've seen that. I've seen mosaic though. I don't know if there's like a beautiful mosaic picture. Anne-Marie gave it away, did she? Anyway, okay.
Don't tell people the secrets.
Don't tell people the
Lisa.
secrets. Right. Super Savers. When was the last Super Savers show that we had, where we had a whole show dedicated to Super Savers, Lise?
It was. I feel like we've done one.
Oh, that's not bad. November, maybe. Because we're finding we're struggling to fit our Super Savers into
We've just
full
got too
shows
many
because there's so
launches.
many brand new, fantastic goodies and things that we want to show you. But our Super Savers are still going. We have Super Savers once a month. And we grab a few, it's Kelly who does it, she chooses the products, or Kelly or her team, and they grab a few fantastic, what we like is core consumables. It's things that you're going to use again and again and again, or buy and reuse. And we slash the prices on them and bring the prices down for you. With the idea that you can stock up on them then, and then you're getting them at the best possible price that you can do. They're not prices we can hold long term, but we can do it for a short period of time. Give people the opportunity, and then they have to go back to the normal price. So we're going to show you some of them. I think we showed some yesterday. We've got a couple more to show tomorrow, but we're going to show you some here. Selected Duo design pads. They've put 5 of these on at £6.99, saving a fiver instead of £11.99, which I think is absolutely brilliant. These are 8x8 pads. So good size, and the difference that you've got between your essential paper pads that we showed you before and these is that it says Duo Design, I mean the clue's in the name, Hidden Galaxies and Starry Nights. So that's your Hidden Galaxies, that's your Starry Nights. You get both pads in one because they're double-sided. So there you go. And they coordinate and work so beautifully together. I mean, look at the colours. Isn't that beautiful? You can create stuff like that if you want with those fantastic prism pearlescent powders. You can create these sort of galaxy effects. But this is kind of a satin finish, so it's going to work beautifully well with your Adorable Scoreable. So your original OG Adorable Scoreable, that's going to work perfectly with. The OG. £11.99, no, not during Super Savers, £6.99. We've got 5 to choose from. This is vintage maps and aged paper. Our single, I'm not surprising anyone, I don't think, our single best-selling ever Duo Design paper pad, ever, has been reprinted so many times. It's unbelievable. It's so popular. Crazy popular. We keep reprinting it because it just keeps selling. People just keep buying it. I don't know. I'd have to do some research. I don't know if people are rebuying it. I don't know. There we go.
It's just so good, isn't it?
You've got a lovely ombre on this side. I'll try and show you the full ombre. Ombre to white. The colours do get nice and deep in the centre. It's just hard to show you that all the way through. There we go. But you've also got this second side of gorgeousness, which I'll flick that through. Look at that, the marble. Look at that. Kind of a sunset. Beautiful, beautiful. Lovely designs, lovely colours. Again, £6.99. Gilded Inks and Glitteresque is in there as well. This is gorgeous. Gilded Inks. Oof.
This one is phenomenal. This one will work really good with your acetate wraps.
This way, maybe that'll. There we go.
And doing like those half front cards.
Wow, yeah, because you get a lovely background, but it's not too crazy. And then you put your strip on top of that. Is going to work so nicely and be really look very classy. Really, classy is one of those words, isn't it? As soon as you say it's classy, it doesn't sound classy, but classy, they would. Sophisticated. That's the one I'm looking for.
Sophisticated's a good one.
Golden melodies and handwritten scripts. So you've got your music in here. Lovely music notes and music score, but with beautiful designs added to them. Look at the florals there. Fabulous, fabulous. I mean, this is gorgeous. You all know and love paper at home, obviously. There's something gorgeous about it, isn't there?
Oh, this is nice.
Pretty. Vintage sort of style in here as well. the colours, you get all that script in so many different colours. You're going to be able to find a colour that works so beautifully with your, look at that, with whatever design you're doing. I mean, that looks foiled, it's not, but that's how good the design team are. $6.99 instead of $11.99. Save a £5 on those, only until Sunday. Sunday. Teeny tiny little Daubers. Teeny tiny ones. Each pack contains approximately 50 Dauber sticks with, I'm not going to take them out, but there we go. Tiny little Daubers. Great for adding glue or adhesive to your to intricate die cuts. They're great for adding a little bit of colour to something. Do not, and I repeat, do not clear your ears out with these. No. That's not what they're for. Though
Is that because you've tried that?
It goes straight through mine, Nat. Come out the other end.
I'm not surprised.
Other end, the other side. Two for a £5. You get 50, so you're getting 100 little mini Dauber sticks for a £5, which is brilliant. And don't throw things, Daniel. Treat these products with respect. There we go. Moonstone dies. Choose from a selection of our Moonstone dies. Perfect for all sorts of occasions. Very good. $11.99 instead of $19.99. Are there the two that I'm showing?
Three.
Are there 3 here? Oh, yes, there are. Well done. All occasions cut in sentiments. So that's going to cut the sentiment into your card. And there are multiple sentiments. I mean, I'll show you the size-wise. You've got good sizes here. But you've got birthday wishes, get well soon, happy anniversary, love and hugs, good luck on your special day. From me to you, thank you, thinking of you, and best wishes. So a massive selection there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it makes them just over £1 each, which is brilliant for those sentiments. They'd normally be $2.99 each if you were buying them separately. On the edge aperture circles, really funky and works so well with the champagne with the little mouse there, doesn't it? Really funky, very, very cool. And we've also got the banner bunting. So you've got the full alphabet there. You've got all the numbers there as well. And you can create your own bunting messages. Names, so personalised things, little bunting like that. Gorgeous for dolls' houses as well. Really, really cool. You get the blank bunting piece as well in there. And then you get the coordinating dies for matting. Beautiful. Love it. $11.99 instead of $19.99. Only until Sunday. Natalie.
Are you ready?
Oh, no, I'm not ready.
Oh, yeah, you need to show more cards.
More of these acetate cards. Cards using the fantastic Acetate, the brand spanking new Acetate
I love that one.
that has just launched today.
This is really clever too.
Jenny, well done.
This is really clever.
Multi-aperture. You've got the this Acetate wrap at the top, but yet it's been turned into sort of as if it's a bow. You know, with this end ribbon or whatever you call it. Gorgeous. Thank you so much.
This is really nice.
There you go. Well done. So simple. But they really add something. Brings it to the brings something special to it. In deeper sympathy. Not symphony. Congratulations on your wedding day as a wrap with your with 3 gold gemstones, sort of.
The studs, those ones, aren't they? We like them ones. There's
a wrap used as a more simple wrap, which is how Natalie first envisaged it. Gorgeous. Beautiful. So the mix of the acetate itself, that's the A4 sheets, but also those lovely wraps. That's those trim me sort of style ones.
That's the
wrap,
it's not,
actually. That's a wrap, actually.
Yeah, it's
just
been die
trimmed
cut.
down.
So you can die cut those on the bigger ones.
There you go. Adding a sentiment. So it's not about the acetate wrap, but the acetate wrap really adds to the card and makes it very, very special. With parchment behind again, which works so nicely for a baby card, doesn't it? Because it just softens it.
This is clever as well, like having it in the middle of the card.
In the middle, because it's construction weight, it's going to hold everything together perfectly well, which is great. Look at that.
This is so clever. I love this card.
Claire, again, well done. You've got your message there. You've also got that lovely artwork in the background. Shaker, again, like Nat said, really, really popular for shakers.
But how good does that look, like using it with your toppers from your kit?
Certainly does. And then something soft, Natalie.
This is really nice.
Soft, beautiful. Sending you well wishes.
Gorgeous,
now that has been used with the tape runner.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't tell. So that's just a tape runner on the acetate, and you get away with it. Isn't that good? Isn't that good? Yeah, very, very nice. Okay, Nat, let's have another demo.
I'm ready. So I think I've got my mojo back now. I'm not sure what was going on. So we're going to do a DL card, and we're going to do like a panel out of this DL card. So this is my 10-fold DL. So I've got that ready to go. And I'm just going to cut down some mirri. Now we're going with the softer mirri again. So this is 2 notches under the 4. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take my strip out. So I'm going to use this Home Sweet Home one. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to cut it ever so slightly over the lines that are given to us. So that just kind of like makes the strip that you've got here a little bit thinner. So on either side, you're just going to take a tiny bit away from that. And then I want to measure how wide this is. So this with the detail is just over 2 notches. So then I can work out on my card whereabouts I want this to sit. So I think about here. So that is about 2 inches. So if we cut away 2 inches, like so, and then I'm going to cut away 2 and cut away 2 because then it leaves us with a little bit of space in between. And then I want to recreate that with this. So I need 2 and then take another 2 off of there. That will leave me with the space that we've got here. So I'll put them to one side, and then what I want to do is I'm going to bring in this pattern from our gorgeous Essential Papers, and I am going to do my measurements for my DL again. So just down here, and then I know that this is is this by 8 or is this the size? No, this is A5. So if I trim that down to 8, then I've got a 1/4 off either side. So I can do my 2 then, and I can see where this is fitting on here. So I just want to have a little thin silver edge on sort of like the top and the bottom. So I'm going to take it down a 1/4 shorter than it needs to be. And then my top panel here needs to be 4. So I'll remove that bit. And then I'm also going to bring in some of this everyday sort of selection. So let me just trim that down there. And this acetate's great because it's going to really come in useful with so many different designs and patterns that we've got. But I'm just going to cut this down to, I'm going to do a 1-inch strip, and then I'm going to do a really tiny 1/2-inch strip. So I could have cut these down into strips first, but it was an offcut from something I'd already done, so let's pop.
And we do not waste a thing.
Not here, we'll bring it back in at some point. So I'm going to stick, first of all, this down onto here. So I'm going to go in with my super thick red liner tape, because you want to have as much sort of adhesive on here as possible. Now that is going to fit on there. So what I want to do is place this onto here across this top bit, and then I'll bring in that 2-inch panel and I'll place it across that edge there. And then I'm just going to peel off this first piece, and I'm going to place this on my mat so I can make sure I'm lining this up really nicely. And then I kind of want that dotty detail just to hit underneath the cut. So I can stick that on there, and then I can bring in my other panel and I can stick this to the underneath.
And this is the power of construction weight acetate. It's going to be strong enough to hold, which is fantastic. I mean, just when you can lift it, you see it holds its shape, it doesn't bow down.
So just lining it up to the bottom so it sits straight, and then that is going to fit on there. And then we just come in with our scissors, or you can use your trimmer, whatever you're comfortable with, to just trim and match up those edges. Same again on here. Just to match up. There we go.
Well done.
And this, you could still use these little patterns because they're quite cool actually. You could do like a heat embossed stamp on there or something. So now we can go in with our tape runner and go in with our mirri. Now my mirri is ever so slightly longer, so that once I place this on here, it actually helps with giving this a bit more stability on the top. So you'll see it's ever so slightly longer on that set edge there, and that's just going to help with holding that front of your card. So then I'll place this one on here, like so. So we've now got your card starting to take shape, and then we can add these bits on. So again, using your tape runner, and I've just got the top and bottom of this design, so I've not got the edges, so that's just going to fit on there really nice and neatly with that classic sort of plaid. Same again on here, and then I'm just going to come in with these little panels
don't they look
on
lovely?
here and on here. Now for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my super thick red tape, because then, and what you want to try and get it as clear as possible, so you don't really want anything touching it, and pop in that red tape on, and then let me just trim this off. I've got another piece on there, and it might seem like a waste, but you can use that tape again on something else, and then again on this one. This will fill the whole panel of this red tape. Get it super smooth, because the smoother you get your red tape onto here without any sort of like buffing or markings, the smoother it's going to look when you place it straight onto your cardstock. So it's going to give it that sort of like self-adhesive look. But you do need to be really careful when you are doing that to make sure you don't get any sort of markings on it. So we can just peel this back, and I'm going to stick this. I think I'm going to go like halfway in between, so that can just sit there.
Colleen says, I'm glad I'm not the only one who talks to myself when crafting. It's a standard thing to do, isn't it?
It's a must-have when you're crafting. So then this piece, I actually want to add another bit.
Nothing wrong with talking to yourself. You always talk to the most intelligent person in the room.
Well, that is what people say. I'm not sure whether that's right in this case, but that's what people say. And this, and then I was thinking, if you had some of our peel-offs, I don't think we've got any around. I'm not sure where the closest pile is, but if you had some peel-offs, you could then add some borders onto the top and the bottom of your acetate. So that acetate is stuck on there now, so you're definitely not going to be able to see it, but just a little peel off border on each edge of there. I don't think we've got any in here, have we, Lisa?
There was some somewhere. I was just thinking, I don't know where they've ended up.
Lisa said there were some, but they seem to have disappeared.
Oh, do you know what I can use?
Waving some at the door.
Has she got some?
Amy's bringing her own personal
Thank
stash for us.
you.
Thank you, Amy.
This
Oh,
is
there
what
you
friends
go.
are for.
So these are fabulous, aren't they? The borders here are really, really good. They're fine, aren't they?
Yeah, they're super delicate. I'm thinking of going in with, I don't know how thick, these ones are quite thick, I think. Let's see. No, I think this will work. And just finishing off the edges with these borders. And they stick really nicely onto that tape. And Kat actually used this, her borders quite a lot with her these wraps and the other elements, because you can get a really good sort of nice finish on the acetates. Ooh.
Of course, they
Just
sort of move. You can put them wherever you want, really. Go around corners
Yeah,
with them. And
bend them into shape. So even if you want to do like a frame around one of your big 8x8 sheets with this, you know that it's going to work. Let's finish this off with one last one, making sure that that's super stuck onto there. And they will stick onto your acetate really nicely as well, so it's fine to use them with a mix of different patterns and designs. It's coming together now. And sometimes it is just those like little touches, like putting those borders on there, finishing those bits off. Just trim that way. And then, there you go.
Isn't that lovely?
Home sweet home card.
Home sweet home.
In the middle.
It'll struggle. Do you want to pass
Why
it this way? We'll
is
see.
it because I'm wearing black?
No, it could be. Don't worry.
The colours just aren't showing off today, are they?
There we go.
Look how much better that is with your...
Home sweet home.
And if you're wanting to like make that front a little bit stronger, although it is acetate so it will stand, you could put a full piece back behind there.
Oh, of course you can. Yeah, there you go. Stands up fine. It's excellent. Beautiful, beautiful card. Really nice, Nat. Home sweet home. Lovely card. And just shows what you can do with these fantastic acetate wraps. And that is the last demo we have time for, Natalie. Thank you so much
You're
today.
welcome.
Super. A couple of things to tell you, everyone, before we go. TV schedule. Join Anne-Marie at Hobbymaker this afternoon. She's live at 2 o'clock with new deluxe craft pads. One of those is Butterfly Dance, isn't it?
It is Butterfly Dance,
which is fantastic, that people have been clamouring for. Is Butterfly Dance now available as a deluxe craft pad, amongst others. 6 o'clock with back in stock card blanks, and 8 o'clock with craft pads. So she's there for 3 hours today, 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock on Hobbymaker. Next up on HDTV, tune in tomorrow for another fabulous selection of core products you need in your stash. We've got multi-aperture
card
blanks.
They are
Aren't
so
they really,
good.
really, really good? They'll be here tomorrow, and I'm not sure who's here. Do we know who's on tomorrow?
I think it's me and Kat.
Is it you and Kat? So it'll be Kat and Nat tomorrow. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. We hope you enjoy the acetate products. They're fantastic. When you get them home, you're going to have so much fun with them, and they're so versatile. Really, really nice to be crafting with. You'll enjoy it, I'm sure. And we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.